What up, G Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Now, what I wanted to get into was actually about black influence, right? The brothers culture, you know. Now, the brothers culture is very influential, and you know, it, with the blacks culture, you know, it's something that's front and center, right? It's something that's, mainstream. It's something that, is catchy, right? It's entertaining, whether people like the brothers for their, athletes, for their musicians, for their swags, for their stilo. But people out there are influenced by brothers, right? Because the brothers culture is a beautiful culture. Like I said, all our cultures have something to bring to the table and have something good to it, right? You know, the brothers, you know, obviously, have a lot of, celebrities, a lot of, artists, rappers, a lot of people that I guess individuals look up to, role models, right? Um, you know, whether, through acting, through music, or through sports, but they influence individuals, right? And you have individuals out there that like to critique other individuals for maybe adopting their mannerisms, adopting their lingo, adopting their stilo, when them themselves have been influenced by brothers in one way or another, right? Whether they use their sports or use their lingo or use but they've been influenced in one way or another, right? They may not say the N word, right? Or you may not, I guess, use their mannerisms, but they use their stilo or their clothing. They rock Jordans, or maybe their favorite basketball player, their favorite football player, or their favorite song, right? Because even homies, like when we're talking about oldies are sang by black individuals. The Brennan Woods, the Barbara Masons, the Temptations. Those are all black folks. And maybe people may not say the N word, but they use other slang terms that the brothers created. You know what I mean? Like ratchet and stuff like that, right? They grab their lingo, so they may not say the N word, but they've been influenced by their culture one way or the other. So they can't even say that they haven't, because, like I said, a lot of people grab their lingo or their slang off of music, and a majority of the music that people hear in the Americans is by brothers. Not to say that the raza doesn't have our music to us, your Chalino, your Vicente, and all that, but, people do hear English, music, right? And it's sang by brothers. And like I said, individuals adopt their lingo and their stilo as well, because the brothers are the creators and the pioneers of rap, right? So if individuals are out there rapping, even though they're rapping in Spanish or however they're rapping, at the end of the day, the reason they're rapping is because black individuals inspire them to rap, because they're the creators of that type of music. They're not creators of music, but that type of music, right? So even though they may rap in Spanish and talk about their culture, these individuals, starting the rap is what inspired these individuals to now rap in their lingo. But they took inspiration off of these individuals, and there's nothing wrong with that. People inspire other people to do great things, right? You know, one of the things that I always hear the brothers say about the raza is that we have really good food, right? They love our food and stuff like that. Like I said, all our cultures have something good to bring to the table. And there's nothing wrong with adopting other people's, like, uh, um, their good qualities to their culture. Like, throughout history, people have exchanged each other's, cultures, and grabbed in the little things of other people's culture that they liked, and adopted them, because these people have something good. The stuff is so good that these people emulate it, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. No one's saying that they're trying to steal the stilo. No one's trying to say they're trying to steal their culture. It just happens that their culture brings something good to the table that they want to adopt it. And vice versa, bro. That's kind of like saying that no black could make pozole or eat pozole because that's only a Mexican thing. How stupid is that, right? For those who say, oh, they can't rap or they shouldn't rap, you know what I mean? Um, like you should be humble and honored that people are adopting stuff from your culture, and are complimenting your culture. No one's insulting your culture by them now trying to, or because you guys inspired them, to be like you guys, right? In certain things. Um, Now, when people say, "Oh, they're forgetting their rules, they're forgetting it," those are just haters talking out of their asses, bro. No, like no one's saying that these people aren't, proud of where they come from or proud of their heritage just because they're adopting things from other people's cultures, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's literally bitter people that are just looking just to try to put somebody down. Like you have other people that critique other people saying that, oh, that's not how the brown act or that's not this and that, but they know nothing about their culture. These individuals will actually be more schooled on their culture, but yet they want to say that somebody's not prideful in their culture. You know what I mean? Like I said, everybody represents the culture in a different way, and there's nothing wrong with that. So people out there have been influenced. Maybe they don't say the N word, but they have been influenced. Like I have said, I'm an individual that firmly believes that nobody should say the N word because of what the word means. Right? It was a term that was used to belittle these people. So why even try to use it? You get what I'm saying? Um, but as in like trying to say that people are trying to steal people's culture, that's not true either, right? Um, Now, when people adopting other people's, stuff from their culture, right? Maybe their lingo, their stilo, and everything like that, but yet they have a problem with that, with them, then that in itself is stupid. You know what I'm saying? You know, that because that literally makes no sense. Because I feel like maybe individuals do try to use brothers' culture just because of the bag. Because there was one comment I had seen where they said individuals try to act like it was a brother that said it. Individuals try to act like us because financially is beneficial. You know what I mean? Because they know that this, and this could potentially bring them a bag, and that's why they do it, right? Like let's say if they have a problem with the brothers, right? But yet they act like the brothers. They're only doing it because it's a culture vulture because they know it could bring them a bag. You know, um, like I don't really like them, but I'm gonna work with them just because it could bring me money. That doesn't make any sense, right? Because that's what a culture vulture is. You don't like somebody's culture, but you're gonna pretend like you do because it could bring you financial gain. Um, because if you're willing to work, it's like you're willing to, hang out with them and call them your friends, but you're not willing to let them into your house. It's kind of strange and stuff, right? Um, because that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Um, And like I said, I don't understand how somebody could just dislike somebody so much because of the color of their skin. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, why do people have such distaste for other people's cultures? Like, like just because they're a different skin color, like that automatically makes them inferior to you, or you hate them because of that. You know what I mean? Because they were born that way. I don't know. Racism to me is just strange in itself, bro. Like how somebody could dislike somebody else's culture, like so strongly, like I just can't stand them. Like why? Like oh, it's because I had bad experience with some of them, or where I grew up. There was tensions between us, and it's like yeah, but what does all the brothers have to do with just those individuals that you had beef with? So like those individuals don't speak in behalf of all brothers, or just because those brothers act like that doesn't mean that all brothers act like that. So why you? That's kind of like saying if you meet a Mexican who's a rapist or a murderer or a pedophile, and then you say, yeah, I don't like Mexicans because I one time met a Mexican who was a pedophile. Like so that speaks for all the Mexicans, and that means all Mexicans are like that. Like no, right? You wouldn't like if somebody did that to your culture, so why are you doing it to theirs? Just because you had some bad experiences with certain individuals doesn't give you the right to brand the whole entire ethnicity like that. Or just because you met a Karen doesn't mean that all white folks are like that, right? Or because you had some bad experiences with white folks, you're gonna say that they're all like that. You know what I mean? When you brand all the ethnicity because of certain experiences that you had, is the most ignorant thing that you can possibly do on this planet, bro. Because what if someone did that? They met a Mexican who maybe touched one of their kids, right? And now they're saying that all Mexicans are like that because of their experiences. That's what you're doing. You're grabbing your experiences with a certain ethnicity, and now you're trying to run with that and say that they're all like that. I could only call the facts for what they are. But overall, respect everybody's culture. And everybody is influenced, whether they want to admit it or not. They use slang term, you know what I mean? They rock their clothing, maybe not like to the dot, right? But you rocking something of theirs, you know. But overall, that's just my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Even in the comments, chat, we out.